Sitio Dalaydayan, a quiet and humble community located in Barangay Manaksak, Gimba, Nueva Ecija, is one of the many areas in central Luzon that continuously battles the impacts of flooding. Known for its vast rice fields and farming livelihood, the community's low-lying terrain and proximity to natural waterways make it highly susceptible to floodwaters during the rainy season. And every year, when heavy rains and strong typhoons pass through the province, Sitio Dalaydayan becomes one of the first areas to experience rising water levels. What begins as light rainfall can quickly escalate into waist-deep floods, submerging homes, destroying crops, and disrupting the daily lives of residents. For many families, the floods are not just natural occurrences, they are a recurring crisis to test their resilience and preparedness. Over the years, several drainage improvements and community-led initiatives have been introduced, but the persistent flooding continues to pose a threat. The people of Sitio Dalaydayan remain hopeful that with stronger flood control measures, sustainable infrastructure, and government support, their community will one day be free from the cycle of flooding. This presentation explores the causes, effects, and possible solutions to the flooding problem in Sitio Dalaydayan, shedding light on the life experiences of the residents and their ongoing fight to protect their homes and the livelihood.
Flooding in Sitio Dalaydayan, Barangay Manaksak, Gimba, Nueva Ecija mostly occurs during the rainy season, from June to October, when strong monsoon rains and typhoons affect the province. During these months, several weather bulletins from Pag-asa warn Nueva Ecija of heavy and continuous rainfall that can lead to sudden flooding. In July 2025, for example, Pag-asa issued advisories about moderate to heavy rains affecting Nueva Ecija. After days of non-stop monsoon rain, the water in drainage canals and rice fields rose quickly and spilled into streets and houses in Sitio Dalaydayan. Flooding also became more severe later in the rainy season, when the ground is already soaked and rivers fills up fast. On September 18, 2025, the river in Sitio Dalaydayan overflowed at night, causing water to enter homes and forcing some residents to stay awake and move their belongings to higher ground until conditions become safe. Residents know that when clouds darken and strong rains begin during these months, flooding can happen any moment. That is why people stay alert, monitoring weather updates, and preparing early once warnings for storm or monsoon rains are announced.
Flooding mostly occurs in Sitio Dalaydayan because of the nearby river that frequently overflows during heavy rains or typhoons. Over the years, some portions of the riverbank have started to erode due to the strong current, especially during the rainy season. To address this problem, a dike was built along certain parts of the river to help control the flow of water and protect nearby houses and farmlands. However, despite the existence of the dike, it is still not sufficient to hold back large volumes of water when rainfall becomes too intense. During strong typhoons, the water level rises rapidly, causing the river to overflow and flood the surrounding areas. This leads to severe damage, particularly to agricultural fields, where crops are often destroyed, affecting the livelihood of many farmers in the community.
Flooding remain a major concern in Sitio Dalaydayan, Barangay Manaksakan, Gimba, Nueva Ecija. Every rainy season, rising water continued to damage home, farms, and road in the area. To help reduce flooding, experts recommend cleaning and widening drainage canal so rainwater can flow freely. Planting more trees can also help absorb water and prevent soil erosion. Building small barrier near rivers and setting up rainwater tanks can lessen the amount of water flowing into communities. It's also important to have an early warning system so residents can prepare and move to safe areas before flood get worse. Government support is also needed to stop building in flood-prone areas, and more funds are needed for river cleaning, drainage repair, and relocation of affected families. Through teamwork between local residents and the government, Sitio Dalaydayan can become safer, stronger, and better for future flood.
The flooding incident in Sitio Dalaydayan, Manaksak, Gimba demonstrate how low-lying communities often serve as natural catch basins for water runoff from nearby areas. During heavy rains, especially around September, the accumulation of floodwater severely affects homes and disrupt local activities. This situation highlights the urgent need for improved drainage system and flood mitigation structures such as properly designed catch basins, canals, and retention ponds. Community awareness and coordination with local government agencies are also essential to ensure proper waste disposal, as clogged drainage often worsens flooding. To prevent similar occurrences, the implementation of sustainable flood management strategies, including reforestation in upstream areas, periodic decladding of waterways, and construction of efficient stormwater drainage networks should be prioritized. In reflection, flood control is not solely a technical issue but also a social responsibility. Through proper planning, engineering, and community cooperation, frequent flooding can be reduced, protecting both lives and livelihoods.